What's up, guys? It's Mom and Dad Head out from behind the gaming screen and not reacting. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please comment below, leave a like, tell me a theme or a theory or something that you want me to make a video on. I'll be more than happy to do so. I know that there's tons of different topics for The Walking Dead, so if you guys want to hear me talk about anything, rant on something, please comment below. If you don't like these type of videos, you want me to stick to reactions or stick to gaming, I understand. Comment below too. I totally get it. This is kind of a new thing for me, just discussing how I feel on a topic, but I am very excited, and first I want to bring you the facts. So, huge, massive news in the Walking Dead community. There will be a crossover between Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead. So, at New York Comic Con, Kirkman said, I literally wrote out note cards for you guys. That's how prepared I am for this video. Like, I'm so excited to actually talk about what I think is going to happen. First, let's bring you guys the facts. Kirkman says, all joking aside, I really am excited. I get asked that question all the time, and I think we've gotten to a place with Fear the Walking Dead where it has its own identity. There are 2 Walking Dead shows. I'm not going to name them, but there are 2. There's going to be one character that is going to go from one show that I will not name to another show that I will not name. He goes on to say, obviously, it's a huge event in Walking Dead, and he says, are we going to see a Walking Dead character's backstory play out on Fear the Walking Dead, or are we going to see a Fear the Walking Dead character show up in The Walking Dead? What could happen, or is it going to be even different from that? So, obviously, he leaves it open. It could just be like something incredibly small. It could just be a place they end up. But I'm just hoping that it's a character. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about my personal favorites and some of the really hot theories that are going around right now. So, I have a list right here, and I want to go down from what I think is least likely to what I think is most likely, or maybe just what I want to be most likely, guys, because I'm really, really excited about one theory, and you're obviously going to see. You know that meme of Charlie and Sunny in Philadelphia, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he has like the whole board behind him? Yeah, that meme. I wish I could put it up in my video right now, where he's just like freaking out conspiracy theory. That's me with this, guys. Trust me, I'm like going completely crazy. Write like a 5-paragraph essay in the comments of what you think. I'll read it all. Trust me. I really want to know what you think. So, let's start out with one that I think is absolutely huge right now that I didn't even really know about until I looked it up. And that is the backstory of Abraham. So, the only reason I don't think it's going to be this, guys, is the simple fact that Kirkman says a character. Now, he obviously says it could be different. It could be something totally different. But he's just so specific at the beginning of his comment that I think it's going to be one character. And as you guys know, whenever, Eugene and Abraham meet, it's literally seconds after Abraham is about to take his own life because he has found his wife and children dead. So I don't think they would bring his entire family into Fear the Walking Dead when Kirkman kind of said, one character, if that makes any sense. Now, obviously, you guys know I'm a huge Abraham fan. I sobbed when he died. He was my absolute favorite at that point in time. So I would love for that theory to be true. I would love to see him again. But I just personally don't think it's going to happen. The next theory that I want to talk on is the Clark family becoming the Whisperers. Now, there is a couple more facts that I would like to add for you guys. Now, AMC has already renewed Fear the Walking Dead for season 4, so it's definitely not going to stop, this Sunday at the season 3 finale. Now, something else I encourage you guys to go see for yourself, the Walking Dead, Skybound The Walking Dead posted on their Facebook, and they said that the crossover will happen sometime within the next year. So given that time frame, and given that we're going to have a whole another season of Fear the Walking Dead, I just don't see that playing out. And that would be a big deal. That would be a game changer. That would be like a show ender. And I absolutely love Fear the Walking Dead. I don't want to see that happen. So, I mean, that would be like saying, like, hey, let's take out Morgan, Rick, Carl, Daryl and Carol and put them all in Fear the Walking Dead seems fine. Like, no. Like, why would you do that? No, I don't think that that's going to happen. So, that being said, the next person that I want to talk about that I just don't find incredibly likely, but I find more likely than the others, is Luciana. Now, she left Broke Jaw Ranch. As you guys know, she left Nick. Nobody chased after her. Nobody really knows where she is. So, is it possible she shows up in The Walking Dead? I guess. One thing that I did want to touch on is that Rick and his group are near Washington. And Washington is like a huge pinnacle, like iconic place in the United States. Like if a major event happens like this, a lot of people would be thinking like places like CDC, Washington, where are they going to have order? Like Eugene's thought, first off, I think Washington would be the best place to live it out. So, I mean, is it like far-fetched in general? No, I don't think it is, but far-fetched for Luciana, yeah, because she's sick right now. I don't know, I just don't see her leaving like everything that she knows and like, her family, well, what's left of her family. She's very broken. I don't really see her gathering herself and being like, let's go to Washington. Like, I just don't think that's going to be her right now. Now, the next person I actually find more likely than the others as far as backstory goes. And if it's anybody's backstory from The Walking Dead into Fear the Walking Dead, I think that this would make the most sense. So right now in the show, we have, like, obviously kind of a distraught group. All the places that they've known are kind of breaking up. They're heading to the dam right now, but, if things don't work out, where would they go? Would they start going back to the United States? And what would be the first place that they would go to? That would be Texas. Which brings to the character's backstory, Rosita. Now, Rosita is one of those characters that we don't know a lot about. Like, she's talked about, being with guys, learning their stuff, and then, moving on from them. She learns what she can, she gets better than them, and she leaves them. But we don't really go into her family. We don't really go into where she's from. We don't go into a lot of things. The only thing that we know for sure is that her and her group meet up with Abraham and Eugene in Houston or Dallas, Texas. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one. But, I mean, I feel like that would be understandable if at some point they meet up with her, because we don't know. Is she from Mexico? Is she from California? Is she from Texas? Is she from New Mexico? Is she from Utah? We don't know that kind of stuff. Like, there's a big question mark regarding her history because nobody has dived into that yet. So I think it would be interesting, even though I'm not a huge Rosita fan, to actually find out her backstory, because I think that it would be very interesting to learn the types of stuff that she's went through. Maybe one of the boyfriends that was a dick to her was Troy. I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool. So that leaves the last two. And I know that you guys are probably going to be like, oh, Sarah, their story's over with. Get over it. I can't. I'm Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I have my little wall of like pinned up information, and I want to tell you guys my top two favorite. So my second favorite is Tobias. So when we meet Tobias, he is in the beginning of Fear the Walking Dead. He's a 16-year-old kid in high school. He obviously knows some shit is about to go down. He is smart. He's a kid. He's a little clumsy. He's a little awkward. He's a teenager. But he's incredibly smart. He's already preparing for what's going to happen. He gets in trouble for bringing a knife to school because he knows stuff is going to go down. When we find him, we see him stocking up on supplies. And at the very end of seeing him, we see Madison drop him off at, his family's house. And that's it. That's all we know of Tobias. And one thing that I did want to say is that he reminds me a lot of Eugene. Like, he seems like a type of person that might grow up into a Eugene. Kind of like shy and, not a lot of friends, but incredibly smart. So I don't think that it would be far off for him to think, maybe I should go to Washington. Now, the issue that I have with that is that obviously thinking that he's more Eugene-like, I don't think that he can make him to Washington by himself, if that makes any sense. So he would have to find a group or head off with his family, which is kind of hard to think of, you know? But I do think that that's possible, and I would really like to see that happen because he's a really likable guy. Like, I don't think, I'm on tons of forums, tons of Facebook pages, tons of everything, Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead, and I don't think I saw any negative comment about Tobias. And as a matter of fact, when we saw him the last time, people were actually pretty sad because they liked the character, and you know, he's just a kid, he has a lot of room to grow. So that is my second favorite. One thing I wanted to add, have it written down here so I don't forget. Dave Erickson, the showrunner for Fear the Walking Dead, has said that Tobias is alive. Does that mean that we're going to see him in The Walking Dead? Who knows, but he's alive, so, you know, it's a possibility. Now, the other, and I've seen other videos like the one that I'm making right now discussing theories, and this is by far, I think, the one that annoys people the most. But it's probably going to be the one I talk about the most. And that is Morales. I think, and first of all, I want to apologize if I pronounce any of these names wrong, any of the Spanish names wrong. I don't mean to offend anybody or anything of that nature, but I might mispronounce some. I'm really sorry. So, Morales family. So, he left in the 5th episode of the 1st season of The Walking Dead. Now, there are a couple things that I want to point out that could end up meaning him. So one thing is that when we learn about Madison, we learn that, you know, her family is from Montgomery, Alabama. Her dad's a senator. We don't know much besides that, but we do know that. We know that she just, like, you know, left, never went back. When he left, he went to go find family in Birmingham, Alabama. Same state and not that far away. It's like an hour and a half away. I've been to both places, and being that Montgomery is like the capital city of Alabama, I don't think that it would be a stretch for him to go to, like, you know, where his family is in Birmingham and then go to Montgomery County, because it's basically the same thing that Rick did. You know, he went to his house, didn't see anybody, so what's the first thing that he did? He went to the city. And it's still early on, and, you know, Morales is more of a stealthy kind of guy, so I think that, you know, that could be something that could work. You know, if everything at the dam goes completely wrong, and they have to leave, Madison might think, you know, back in the day, I knew about this place that I lived in as a kid, so maybe I can go back there. Maybe they'd meet up with Morales. Now, he does say one character, and Kirkman says one character, and that's what I'm going on. So obviously I'm going to go for the father. It's more plausible, like, and besides the Abraham, comparing the two, it's more likely that Morales' family died than, you know, they add Abraham's whole family, if that makes sense. So it could just be him, his wife and kids are dead. That being said, there is one more thing that I wanted to touch on, and it's something that I'm going to leave in the description below because I'm not gifted enough to put pictures and all that kind of stuff in my videos. But it's very important. So the actor that plays Morales, his name is Juan Gabriel, and he actually put up a photo on his social media of Morales, and it says, it's like, you know, the Walking Dead posters that they always have at the beginning of every season. I believe this was 1 to 2 years ago. And it says, not dead. So could he be messing with us? I mean, of course. I mean, he could just want back on the show, and just, that might have been just a little thing to be like, hey guys, let me back on the show. It would be really cool. But, no, it's, you know, something that could happen. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys that some of you may not know, and I'm just not even going to attempt the first name because I don't want to butcher it and offend somebody. But whenever, you know, Daniel is found this season, he is found by the guy that is now, you know, kind of like second, third hand at the dam that's like, just release the water to everyone. And his last name is Morales. Now, obviously, not everybody with the same last name is related. I know that. There's a million Smiths, there's a million Jones, there's a million, like, Littles, like, all that kind of stuff. There's a million of them. But, I mean, what are the odds that they announce a crossover and two characters have the same last name? I think that's, I don't know, maybe that's a hint. I could be dead wrong. It could be something completely different. They could find, you know, a picture of Carl and, you know, his parents. They could find that picture. They could find the cat that Michonne found that day too, the one with all the different colors. They could find a breakfast bar wrapper, peanut butter bar, whatever it was that Michonne took from Morgan, and be like, that's it, that's the crossover. But I feel like it's going to be a character, and I feel like it's going to be really exciting, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you stayed on for this whole entire, like, 15-minute video, thank you very much. If you think my theories are awesome, give me a thumbs up, comment below. What do you guys think is going to happen? What do you think the crossover is going to be? I'm really curious. I would like to add what you guys think into my huge conspiracy wall that I'm making in my brain right behind me. So, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Bye!